I was raised vegetarian, and so the first time I tasted meat or fish was probably around age 10, and I think it was like a hamburger. It tasted pretty disgusting. And then I tried a few other things. I think sausages tasted nicer than hamburgers. Hot dogs, about the same. Piece of chicken, not bad. Um, and then I tasted some fish, and my my thought was the following. One, I don't like killing animals, so there's no innate draw to eat meat. Almost every time that I've eaten meat, my honest assessment is that a raw carrot, would taste better. A nice crisp, really, juicy carrot, or a fresh orange, or a sliced apple and some cheese. That just seems to taste better than hamburger or pork. And so I like the smell of bacon, and I've got no big, issue with eating meat, but if vegetables and fruits generally taste better and are better for the environment and don't kill animals, there's not really any draw to eat meat. Then there's the idea that one should eat protein as a vegetarian. And to that, I would, I've tried eating fish at different times. And the best I can say with like what was it that I had? Halibut, I think it was. It's like it's almost as good as a potato. So I've taken some supplements, some B12, and vitamins, and I know that eating beans, and rice gives you some protein, so that's a good approach. And I've never particularly, I haven't felt better if I eat meat and force myself, which I've done a few times to try and see if it's good for my health. I've not felt any better. It certainly didn't taste as good as a vegetable. My diet, I use a lot of rye flour, almond or soy milk, buffalo mozzarella cheese, goat gouda, and it's moved around throughout the years. And that's, I guess, another interesting thing. I've never noticed that much of a change. I often go through phases, pasta phases, Mexican food phases, vegetables and rice phases, green curry, Thai phases. And I don't really notice my health or anything changing that much. For that matter, I've also tried taking vitamins and not taking vitamins. And other than vitamin D3, I haven't noticed, that much of a change. One of the biggest changes in my life was after I got dehydrated in Thailand, and then, started vomiting, etc. I nearly lost a kidney. It was the one time I've been hospitalized. I nearly lost a kidney, and so I religiously drank like 3 quarts of water every day after that, and electrolytes. And I did notice that got rid of an ache that had been in my stomach that apparently was a sore kidney that needed more hydration. And so, I noticed that, where I was going to a herbalist, in fact, Steve Orsery, has a practice called bioenergy balancing in Marin. And he had done muscle testing for all kinds of exotic things. You need D8 or this or that. And, so I had like 20 supplements in my cabinet. And he had done energy healing when I had this sore kidney. But it turned out that all I needed was lots of water and electrolytes. And so I probably spent $1,000 on, various supplements and energy healings around just having this sore kidney that just cleared up as soon as I started drinking 3 quarts of water a day. And I share this partly to shed skepticism on some of these things, that don't go to the moon and back if all you have to do is imagine a nice scene and imagine your favorite memory and smile, as opposed to, go to the moon and back to be happy. It strikes me as astounding that in all of that energy testing and all that drinking more water, a very basic thing, never came up. But that, vitamin K12 came up, and vitamin this and this. And it's not to say that those vitamins did or didn't help, or etc. It's simply to say that water's free, and I found that I was alerted to that when I went to a Western hospital, something I'd never explored because I don't like Western medicine. I don't like Western hospitals. I was astounded that I was dehydrated. They put 8 quarts of saline solution into my blood that night, and I never felt better. It's like, wow, this is what it feels like to be fully hydrated. I just didn't know. And so it's like, wow, and this is, I guess, part of a general set of experiences that says it pays to bow to multiple perspectives. So I was into alternative stuff and they never brought up water. I went to the great enemy, Western medicine, with all their drugs and all that, and all they prescribed was water. And I never felt better. And so this is kind of funny. It's paradoxical, the different ways that, life is always more complex than our dogmas.